Our company urged you to investigate the actions of seneschals of Syria, to intervene in what's happening to the lower decks, because very soon you have a mutiny or a massacre of guns. Where does Seneschal of Syria come into all this? I shall explain. Abelard intones grimly. I beg you to hurry, the time is running out. I will not hurry. Since my competence is under scrutiny, I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done in this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rock trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so of course when I received information about the cultists hiding in the low terrace, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the victims, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodore Malas will refuge on his ship. You are far too heavy-handed, Seneschal. Arresting to the degree mass punishments for entire sector has been driven the people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in the boat 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate to an all-out insurrection, but when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crash the strike with maximum force. Master at arms, the ships and forces report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own. Why? How did all this start? The situation could boil over time, so I'll give you the contents when it all began when the enforcement found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who had been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up to the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed. Imperial investigation heroes have been found alive, but the surge has brought tensions between the forces and the worker. Master Adams, the ships and forces report to you, and yet you seem hesitant to provide your own perspective. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vane, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors. That being said, while I entirely share Master Ross's opinion of what fate developed for desert, I must note that this subordination direct consumer practices that he himself has introduced. Okay, Mr. Server, I see you have decided to follow the Lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. Explain yourself. The ship's regulations state that the Master at Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to ships and forces, and yet it is no regret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers who he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. Okay, I cannot deny Master Western experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record fostering students who have indeed achieved much in demonstrating however extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encouraged disregard for hierarchical moral worship. Today an enforcer goes to report an order on the Master at Arms that they happen to disagree. Tomorrow they will go to the Lord Captain. Okay. Lieutenant, would you say Seneschal has singled you out from your peers in any way? No, Captain, I swear, the Seneschal has never granted me privilege, never once advocated, nor facilitated my, although he's the man who convinced me to become an officer in the first place. He has offered me extensive guidance, for which I'm grateful, and while not My fellows receive attention. I know of at least a dozen fighters who still keeps his sight. And shall then continue to strive. To prepare new generations of the dynasty xenos to instruct them and to separate those with potential from those who have exhausted it. This is my duty as senator. These ships has base worth of pilots, forces officers. I see. Evidently my efforts are anything but a shining example of unity. Yes, I have only myself to blame someone. What is Debut for? For is one of the poorest sectors. It is the home of clans, general laborers. They are not valuable to each other families. They are easily replaceable resource, and one which now more besides giving secure to cultist means of the arch enemy. The both is poor in trouble, but the worst, that means striking fights and illegal. We have handled the workers on 51. Okay, I'm in trouble, sorry. We will have done so again if the crackdown day 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on one of the most popular decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect to the neighboring sectors. Embark, what do you have to say to all this? I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interest of your protectorate. In your personal side, if you wish to confirm the residues of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. From my part, I urge Lorcan to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You'll see that they are not lying or harboring heretics. That will stop the uprising before it begins. I see. I'm certain that I was acting with him, but I will verify the sound of his decisions for myself. From Imperial, thank you for your support. An enterprise bordering on the sophomore, but please yourself. I categorically will escort you. Okay, I regret all the enforcers who are unable to handle the situation, which then led you and Senator Obama. I consider it my duty to go to Devil and see for an expedient resolution of these incidents. We can have... oh, that's the full party, right? Okay, that's the full party. Oh. The lower decks are so endless from sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace them because of the locals with servitors. Let's keep moving, we need to get to the bottom of this. Oh yes, formation. No, we'll do this, we'll do this, this, do this, we do this, do this.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
Yes, we need to go there. So let's go this way. We'll do everything.
Keep your wits about you.
The sounds of your discussion are very boiling. Lieutenant Van, my patience is very thin. You now get out of my way. Okay? I cannot comply with that order now. This is my day and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand. The first officer and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons along the years. Your Lordship. I want to speak to the... What's the situation? Your Lordship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including our leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Okay? Under control, I came here to lead an investigation in what I see the rabble to the merchant unit. There is nothing to investigate. This simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads. And you then are a step away from facing charge. I want to speak to the strikers. Right, you are Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck. Okay.
I always keep my options open.
Okay, let's okay, so you need to go there. Let's go here. Let's see what is this. Aha. Okay.
Watch out.
Let's see.
I always have a backup plan. Always keep your eye on the prize.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Nothing of pair of eyes. Stare apprehensively at the people. They are typically however taking their simple clothing with weapons faces. Okay. Okay, let's see what will happen. A whisper passes through the crowd and the dignitary Lord Captain. Have come. Tell me what's troubling you, why you're striking. Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think, okay? Shut up, reader. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your downward forces are all over us down here. You see, we're looking for cultists, one wrong word, and they are reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, then turn off the heating to hold base for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. We might clump to little ones died from inflammation in their lungs or because of those enforcers. Yeah. It's all true. Rams is the only forcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother at the Londoners and who grew up amidships and who has no fellow feeling towards Lordship. We are not villains here. We are honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. We are all we are doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. The previous started apropos of nothing. I was told that one of you was found in possession of cultist amulet, and that there were heretics hiding here. Cultist amulet? What's that? The giggle they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something or we didn't know. The foresters just said they were looking for her and movements, and everyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could we be here this year? We know our own people. There have been no new faces around. Definitely not. And if there were, they would be the first to report them. And as for them, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There were no cultists breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with nobody's ever thought those Dexing boots so fine. I can tell you, it seems to me these cultists have better commander than us. Oh yeah, those boots were really were fine. There was no harm in taking them. As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know better. We don't need any amulets around here. All the worship of the Emperor. We were working to bow down before the mushroom spirits of the large and small transformers in the servo matter. The same way my grandfather had taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, we are people of faith, naive children. When you taught from an early age about the dangers of arch-enemy creations, you weren't that any familiar object could be one of them. You were told, Holy Sister, but that was long ago. The last time I saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I had my third little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a religious life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of the amulets you store from heretics? The Holy Father? While I was only there, all the scouting who brought his down on his servants' neighbors. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Yes, I explain that people have been pushed to their limit and are lashing out. As if we don't know why these top tech units are being sent down here like that one there that the lieutenant won't let past. Our clans are all inside the bay, that has been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there will be some people who have just odd enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. The death squad has just arrived. I wonder folks are lashing out. Do you have anything to add? I authorize the use when necessary Illustrated chaos worship is highly uncertain. The specific steps taken by the FS were not reported to me. Nevertheless, I'm certain that their actions are justified. Cultists are not drunken stupid. They are the enemy. So it's was it really necessary to torture these people with cold? The rabble understands only one language look after that of violence. As per regulation, should the rebels persist in their unwillingness, cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can growl all they want, but in moment they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads. Okay, don't like that, but yes. What changes do you want? Would you look at this? This exact Lord Camden himself is asking us. What we want? Well, there's what we want you to run your damn enforcers to quit them all the healing, stop battering everything and move. No, that's not it. We want enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us some and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if those cultists show up. I've been leader of my camp for 20 years now. Getting rid of those club building flags can only improve things. I cannot do that. You're going too far, man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They'll probably even insist on enforcers on upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first days out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of civility of darkness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop harassing us, that will be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who rob the cultists. Yeah. If there are any more of those townians around, we'll find them. Yeah, I like this. You speak of yourself and your clan, and I speak of me and mine. I don't want litigation, I want real change. They promise us the world. But as soon as we are anointed, one turns his back. These birds will be on us even harder than before, all because we dare to speak out. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step to or embracing chaos. Putting weapons in entering hands would be enemies. What's more, enforcers are need to maintain their silence. Withdraw those demons you will consider the rest. Old man, listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down, causing offering conversations. And I don't know a single person in the whole who's ever stood next to the rock trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now is not the time for you to be stubborn or cruel. Listen to us, old one. The three clans of the world fall to us one. We've made our minds up. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. I don't need any of that. Victor ganging up on me. Is that it? So brave? I guess I'm not, but I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against two clan leaders on my own. You want to make peace with the enforcer? Make your peace. That's great. That's fantastic. Great. That's then it's forcible act. Story about going start challenging for boots and then I'm peeling up here. Doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling. Possibly we must not give them what they want, even if they did acquire something innocent like okay. It begins as a pretty thievery and turn into a far graver problem. I have seen it before. In my second war, there was a search in the Imperial Guard. regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from a body, heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. But when they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found that the single and survived only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of the beds like a metal choking way. So when it comes to scavengers, artisans, strikers, or whatever they'll tell, letting them give them no quarter. Master at arms, where do you stand? Give the rabble the crocs, and they will take the agri work. Captain, they only understand brute force and will interpret any question as sign of weakness. Yeah. Prosecution. That then it is decided. The prosecution will stop, and I will expect you to assist in locating any animals or weapons left by the cultist. Your lordship, I have not abandoned the lawyer deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I will tell my grandchildren about this. Of course, your lordship. We root out any nasty business faster than the enforcer and will leave no stone unturned. Let's go and see what's here.
Nothing escapes my sight.
Just as I planned. Is there money to be made? Keep your wits about you.
Okay, so there are some valves that we can